Welcome to The Deal. I'm Bob O'Brien. Delighted to be joined today by Jeffrey Lefleur. Jeffrey joins us from WP Carey, where he's a managing director with a focus on European real estate investments. And Jeffrey, let's talk about economic conditions in Europe, particularly in Eastern Europe, and how they impact your firm's real estate decisions.
Well, I think broadly speaking, we've seen a sluggish but tepid growth coming out of most of Europe in terms of improving the economies. I think countries like Germany obviously have taken a huge lead in bringing most of Europe out of the doldrums. Countries like Poland, I think, have also done very, very well at improving their economies. I think we still have a lot of trouble seeing transactions in Spain, transactions in Italy. I think those are countries where unemployment and economic growth are still a real burden, and I think that really hampers people's interest in getting transactions done there.
Though you have done transactions in nations such as Poland, how does that reflect WP Carey's strategy within Eastern European markets?
Well, I think we're looking for countries that have the ability to support large multinationals. And Poland's a country where companies like Tesco, like Carrefour, large retailers are very interested in being active in a country like Poland. Large companies like Microsoft and Hewlett-Packard. These are companies that have big real estate portfolios and a lot of growth potential to put more real estate in Poland. So for us as a net lease investor, as a sale-leaseback investor, we're very excited to be doing transactions in Poland.
And let's talk about the risk profile. How do you manage risk in Europe in a way that perhaps distinguishes it from the U.S., or are they pretty much comparable?
I think our big picture approach is very similar. We're looking to build a large, diversified portfolio. So we're not looking for too much exposure to any particular country or particular industry or particular client. So for the most part, our approach in the U.S. and Europe is to have a long-term, diversified net lease portfolio. We do have to consider currency risk in Europe, but we're mainly dealing in the euro, which is a very liquid currency, which we can hedge and we can swap out, which kind of brings us to parity back with the dollar.
And for the future, what's WP Carey's plans throughout Europe? Is this a mature market, or are there still plenty of opportunities to pick the low-hanging fruit?
I think it's a very competitive market, so I think the idea of us being the only ones out there is no longer the case. I think we were certainly an early entrant into the market, but many people are looking for long-term net lease product, and so I think it is very competitive, but we do see a lot of potential and a lot of potential opportunities for us to expand not just in Eastern Europe, but perhaps into Asia and other markets as well.
Great. Jeff, thanks very much. We've been talking with Jeffrey Lefleur from WP Carey. Jeff giving us his perspective on real estate investments in Europe. For The Deal, I'm Bob O'Brien. Thanks very much for joining us.